Laura Johns, founder and CEO of the Business Growers and host of the No Grow Scale podcast. If you've been listening in the last week or so, you will know that we are transitioning. We've been focusing on entrepreneurship, growing businesses. We're going to do the same with a little different spin on it. We're actually going to be talking specifically about growing your managed service provider business, your IT company. And we're actually going to talk today about something we've never talked about before, which is your LinkedIn profile. So we're going to talk today about the latest and greatest tips for maximizing your LinkedIn presence as a managed services provider, business owner, IT company, business owner, CEO. LinkedIn is the number one platform for lead generation. It's used by over 94% of B2B salespeople, but really simply having a profile is not enough in today's crowded market. So if you have a sales team, LinkedIn is a platform that you want to be using. You've got to fine tune your presence as a CEO, as a business owner, as a salesperson for a managed services provider to truly stand out. So my goal today is just going to provide you some actionable advice that you can implement immediately today to position yourself as a thought leader in your local market. So by actively optimizing your personal and company profiles, expanding your network, engaging meaningfully, those are three ways that you can see more prospects knocking on your door as you beef up your LinkedIn presence. So let's start by optimizing your personal profile. Your LinkedIn personal profile is quite literally your digital storefront. So you need to make it shine. You wouldn't want to make your front door unattractive for someone to come in the same way you don't want to make your LinkedIn profile unattractive. So you should ensure that you have high quality professional headshot. So take the time, make the investment, get a good high quality professional headshot that looks approachable, and then craft a really informative headline that speaks to your specialties, includes your bread and butter, what you do quite well, those keywords that prospects are looking for, for example, something like providing 24/7 managed IT services and cybersecurity to healthcare companies, if that's what you do. Something that is very specific that not everybody can say. Share your expertise through long form posts. Publish your insights and reactions to industry news. If something comes up from a security standpoint in your industry, make sure that you are spending time to provide your own thoughtful insights on LinkedIn. We like to suggest at least 300 words. This thought leadership builds brand awareness. It gets you in front of the right people. Eventually, LinkedIn will do its job and find those people that you need to be in front of, but you should be continually at least weekly, if not a couple of times a week, putting content in your words on LinkedIn, on your own personal LinkedIn profile. My suggestion too is proactively seek these colleagues, partners, customers. There's the ability to do a skill endorsement. So it's a third-party way that you can validate yourself and show, kind of like a testimonial, show that you really walk the walk. So make sure that you are, taking advantage of posting content and then also asking people to do skill endorsements for you and recommendations so that your profile looks the part. Secondly, that was your personal page. Now your company page. In addition to your personal profile, ensuring that your company page has a robust LinkedIn page is very important. Making sure that you spotlight your services, your successes, customer testimonials, certifications, your team members. We want to make sure that people feel like they know us by looking at our LinkedIn profile. Again, just like the door to your business, this is the door to your digital business so that people can get a feel for who you are. Make sure that you're constantly adding customer testimonials. You want your customer logos there, case studies to demonstrate that social proof, and keep the page updated. If you haven't posted in a really long time, that's going to signal that you're not relevant. So make sure that company news, new hires, events, industry updates, things that are important to your customer, this helps them come back and keep, keep engaging with you. Also, expand your network authentically to generate more inbound leads, whether you're in sales, you're the owner of the business, you want to really expand that network in an authentic way, connecting with coworkers, former coworkers, vendors, channel partners, industry peers, customers. Make sure that you are connected to the right people. That just is a simple finding people and connecting with them. You can also search for people using the people search tool. So make sure that you're not just sharing your information with your parents or your children. You want to make sure that you're connected to the right people on LinkedIn. So expanding that network, when reaching out to folks, focus with a value, share relevant articles. You can do job listings, make introductions. Of course, no overt sales pitches. You want to make sure that you are establishing trust first. And also leverage those second degree connections. You'll see on LinkedIn if people are first, second, or third degree connections. The second degree connections are a great way to get warm introductions, find out who you're connected to, and just ask. Ask the question, do you mind introducing me? Personalized outreach goes a long way. You can certainly name drop if you use those connections. So that's really important. Also, engage with your network. Stay top of mind in your network's feed. Regularly comment on posts. This takes maybe 10 minutes a day. Just spend some time on LinkedIn, sharing content, reacting to updates. If you have an assistant or someone on your team that works for you, have them do this for you. Engaging with that content magnifies your reach on LinkedIn. And you just want to make sure that you are staying active and not just randomly posting every once in a while and then you're gone after that. So just make sure that when you come across these folks pages, whether it's companies that you're prospecting, we want to see you engaging more than just posting from your profile. One thing I like to say is whenever you go have dinner with your buddy that sells insurance, and every time you go have dinner, they're always selling your insurance, then you don't want to go to eat dinner with them again because they're selling your insurance. So the way to avoid that is to offer value from your LinkedIn profile and not just try to sell them. So as we wrap up, a couple of mistakes that you can avoid. First, keyword stuffing. I'm not sure if that's something that you're aware of, but if you want to just make sure you get as many keywords in there, that is a way to make your language not seem natural. This is the same for a website. You don't want to just keyword stuff. That's going to definitely affect your content in a negative way. No fake endorsements. You don't want to just ask people for endorsements because they're a name that you think you should be endorsed by. That's not authentic. That's not real. Social media platform is meant to be authentic. That's why people love it so much. So that's really important. So in conclusion, optimizing your personal and company LinkedIn presence is really important for cutting through the noise, making your IT services company or your managed services provider really relevant on LinkedIn. I would say first step today, go ahead and start with polishing your own personal profile, getting that headshot and making sure your profile shines. People are really interested in people, I would say more so than your business. So getting your own page up to date is really important to get started. This was just a quick tip or two for optimizing your LinkedIn profile. If you're a managed services provider, you can learn more about what the Business Grower does at thebusinessgrower.com. We've got lots of tips on our resources page. Please make sure you check it out. And thanks for listening to the No Growth Skill podcast.